anything that we can do to bring our community together, I think is awesome. We need to do a lot more of these kinds of things, and I really appreciate them bringing this idea. So as we talked about it and started doing planning, of course you heard something about, or we started talking about, let's recognize somebody in our city and make this an annual day, make this part of it and grow off of that. So that's going to be the other part of our evening tonight. But first of all, I would like to recognize some people that took time out of their busy schedules and take time out of their busy lives to dedicate their service to this city. First, Councilmember Steiger, thank you for being here tonight. Councilman Kay. Back there on the video camera, we have Councilmember Dr. Putnam. And with the camera is Councilmember Trent Walker. We also have Councilman, whatever, how would I say, politically correct. Anyway, I don't think I missed anybody. I appreciate everyone. Also, I'd like to thank our staff that took time out of their busy lives and worked tirelessly for the citizens of the city as well for taking time to come and be here tonight. Our city clerk, Amy. Regarding having a Citizen of the Year. What does that look like? And it was such a short time frame that we had to get it out to the citizens and try to get some essays in. We didn't set a whole lot of criteria, although we wanted it somebody that had been very active in the community to be recognized. And in the short time that we had, what, 2 weeks?
Oh, maybe 2 weeks.
Maybe that. We had 7 people nominated, and I think that is awesome in that short time. So I think that really says a lot, and it really makes it tough to make a decision when it comes to something like that. When you have so many outstanding citizens that stand out in people's minds on a day-to-day basis and want to sit down, take the time, and write an essay on why they think this person is an outstanding citizen. So, like I said, we had 7 different nominees. We had Don Thompson and his wife Shirley were nominated. For the work that they did in the past year regarding the recall. Now we know the recall, is something in the past, but it took with Don taking the round, but it took a lot of other citizens to help make that happen, and we really appreciate moving the city forward. We also had Councilmember Steiger was recognized. So one of the things that came with that is one of the criteria that was set. I said no elected officials. Sorry, Clint. So I wanted it to be a citizen that has been dedicated, and God knows, Clint has dedicated a lot of time and energy to this city. I always joke around that he's so vital to this city because he knows where the bodies are buried. So he's served our city for many, many years, and we really do appreciate all the work that you do. Another nominee was John Baxter. Yay, John! Known for being a very cheerful person over at the senior center, always putting a happy face on everybody, being very willing to step up and help out everybody, and we really appreciate that, John.
Thank you.
And so thank you so much. Yvonne Clayton was another name. And Yvonne, I remember so many times coming into City Hall, late at night to read a pamphlet or listen to the story, and there she is cleaning. She has cleaned City Hall for years and years and years. It was a staple. She shows up for all our events. When she was in here, she would come in and we'd be cleaning the gym and the youth center. She would always engage with the kids. So you really appreciate that, Yvonne. Thank you so much. That's not here tonight is Brian Perfect. And he's alive in my Brian. He lives down at Terry Home. He hangs out at the senior center, helps out a lot. He's always showing up for Pacific Days, the spring cleanup and those kind of things. Matter of fact, he's very excited about the picture of him and I putting all the garbage in the back of my truck when we cleaned out the boggy garden at Terry Home. And so, he's been a real good staple in our community as well. So helping out with getting the folks down there at Terry Home engaged with our community as well as helping out here in our community. And another person that was nominated was Ann Smith. If you have ever been engaged with Pacific Partnerships, you know Ann Smith is like the cornerstone, one of the rocks of Pacific Partnerships. When it comes to Pacific Days, this person takes a whole week off of work just to help out make sure everything runs smoothly. And if anybody knows, if you've been on this committee, it is a daunting task to take on this event for Pacific Days, and it takes a lot of work, all the partnerships. We really appreciate all the work that you put into this. So, before I announce the last nominee, I want to say a couple words about the committee. We had originally started out, we wanted 5 committee members. And so that started with myself, Darcy, Ann Smith was asked to be a committee member, Councilmember Stacy Knudsen was asked to be a committee member, and Tracy Apati, business owner here. So when we get together and we look at the nominations, we said, Ann, I'm sorry, we're going to have to excuse you. And so we couldn't allow her to be a part of the committee anymore. And then, that made us 4. So I decided to step back from the nomination for the division party so that we would have 3, an odd number that came down to a vote. So my role in this was just to facilitate the meeting and come up with one person that is going to fit that nomination, that role for Citizen of the Year. Now, one of the things that we were looking at is how this person played a role in the community as a whole, and most everybody has. Everybody in this room has played a very strong role in the community, has been very active. Now, how do you decide one person? There was a debate, it came down to a couple, and we really, had to try to really figure out how this is going to play out and who is that person. What is the criteria? Again, like I said, this was a last-minute thing. We didn't have a checklist to go off of it. We're just winging it almost. So what I did is I asked the committee, the 3 members of the committee, you all have discussed this. We've been talking about the people that have been nominated. We'd like each of you to name off your top 2 picks. And so we went around the table and they named off their top 2 picks. And as I said, there were 7 people that were nominated. I have not told you who that 7th person is. So, my friends sitting Pacific, I would like to tell you who that 7th person is, who is our first annual Citizen of the Year. Jean Fancher. So, and as you know, Jean has been a staple in the community for many years as well. She is very active in the park sports, partnership, still trying to get the Lions Club moving. Earth Day, she's been very active. I think the #1 thing that sold everybody on the committee is her non-biased, her neutral position on getting the word out to our citizens of what's going on in the city. Making sure the agenda is sent out every week. Making sure when we had drama taking place in the city, it was unbiased information that came out. She took on the role to be neutral and to make sure that people just got the facts, just the facts. and let everybody else make the decision. When I was back in D.C., I thought it was really nice that I could go to Jean's blog and see where the river's at. It's still over there. The level of the river. It was really nice. And what I thought was really nice about this is, well, people started sending Jean pictures of what the river looked like by their house. So that's a really good day. Like I said, you guys, this was a really tough decision, and there was a debate that took place amongst the committee on who this person should be. But Jean, with your dedication and the years of service that you have given to this city, we present you with this plaque. 2014 Citizen of the Year, Jean Sanders, for outstanding contributions and leadership in our community.
I think this is mostly for the blog and putting out notes and everything over the last 3 years, really, since before Mr. Sun was elected. And also we did voter information nights, and, you know, I do have partners in crime with that, with Kate Hall and Audrey Crookshank and Reva Bryant, who, you know, helped organize and everything. It's the people in town who make it possible, and, you know, you talk to your friends, you pass on the word to other people that to get involved, and I hope this will motivate more people to get involved with the city and come to council meetings and participate in things like Pacific Days, Pacific Partnerships. So thank you very much, and thank you, everyone. I'm really proud. Will be, Partnerships has already agreed that the Citizen of the Year will be the Grand Marshal of our Pacific Day Parade. Oh. By the way, you will be the Grand Marshal. You mean I gotta take a shower again?
Okay, I don't know.
So we will be representing the City of Pacific in all of our events and recognized as our Citizen of the Year. So, like I said, we want this to be an annual event. We want this to continue on and on. So we have a plaque that will be displayed in City Hall, and we'll be able to add names in the future. We'll be able to move on, and this also will remind us that we need to always remember all those who volunteer and participate in our city. And we really, really do appreciate every single one of you. We would not be the community that we are without each of you. And I truly appreciate all of you for coming here, supporting our community offenders, and being here and having dinner with us tonight.
Thank you.